Who takes someone that looks like this to a chain restaurant?
Rolling my trike. Here we go. Hey, what's up, folks? Richie Rich here on a beautiful day. The weather's great. Life is good. I'm healthy. I'm smiling. Everything is good except the Cheesecake Factory woman. Now, you guys know I stay out of drama. I try not to get all caught up in other people's stuff and all the drama that's on the internet and in social media. But this Cheesecake Factory thing really kind of got to me. I wasn't going to do nothing, but this is going to be the shortest video I've ever made. Let's get into it really quick. Let's start with this video. I know most of you guys have seen this video. So yeah, let's take a look at this, and I'm gonna give you my opinion on how things would have went down.
Got me at the Cheesecake Factory, y'all. I ain't getting out this car.
Okay, so dude pulls up. First of all, you got to go back. Because apparently he showed up on time. They had a date and they had reservations, but she was an hour late. So dude sat in his car waiting for her to get ready, right? For an hour, right? So the only reason they're at the Cheesecake Factory in the first place is because she was an hour late, right? So dude says, look, I got a plan B. Let's roll over to the Cheesecake Factory. This is where I get down. I like the food here. And she decides she's not getting out of the car. She is just too good for the Cheesecake Factory. I don't know about you guys, but the Cheesecake Factory is not McDonald's. It's not Burger King. It's good food, and the cheesecake is banging. So I don't really know what her deal was on the Cheesecake Factory or what any woman's deal would be on eating at the Cheesecake Factory, because I think the food is pretty good, and it is not a cheap place to go to. Anyway, having said all of that, she refused to get out of the car. She said, I'm not getting out of the car. And she's recording the whole thing. She put it, I don't understand why she would put it on TikTok. Why would you take a date? Why would you do TikTok on a first date on top of it? Not with your boyfriend, but on a first date. Anyways, his car looks nice. He's rolling in a nice little car, leather interior, double sunroof. So you know he probably ain't really broke, right? But she says, I'm not getting out of the car. You took me to the Cheesecake Factory after I was an hour late, mind you, So let's keep going with the video. And I'm going to tell you how I would have got down and how things would have ended up if it were me. But let's keep going.
So you expect a man to go all out on the first date. Is that right? I mean, you're supposed to. Nothing wrong with the Cheesecake Factory, right? Yes, there's a lot wrong with the Cheesecake Factory. Okay.
Right. So she said, you're supposed to go all out. Look at me. Now, I'm not going to say she's ugly. The woman is not an ugly woman. But let's not pretend she's a princess. Let's not pretend she's a beauty queen or she belongs on the cover of Vogue. Because no. Now, as it turns out, I mean, she's a voluptuous woman. She's not fat. Could lose a few pounds, but she's not fat. And I mean, I would definitely, I'm just saying, I mean, if I were a single man, I probably would smash. But don't act like you all of that in a bag of chips to where somebody should be taking you to a 5-star restaurant. Are you serious? Come on, man. No, you're not all of that. I mean, people get carried away with what they think they deserve and who they are. Like they're two really, really different things sometimes. You look cute. You look okay. Why you got a green dress on with purple lipstick? I'm not so sure. But yeah, you don't look bad, but you don't look so great to where I can't be taking you to the Cheesecake Factory. Let's finish this clip.
Look at me. I cannot go in the Cheesecake Factory. There's nothing wrong. I will die. That's embarrassing. Then maybe we're not ready in a relationship for such a nice, fancy restaurant as Aria. Especially if I'm paying for the whole thing.
Right. And he said it so nicely, so eloquently. Well, I can't be seen in the Cheesecake Factory. It would be so embarrassing. He said, well, look. He said, well, maybe we just ain't ready for a nice 5-star restaurant, which we were supposed to go to in the first place if your ass had been on time, right? So, I mean, he At least he stood his ground. At least he had a little spine in him. And he said, look, we just can't do that. I will take your ass home, right? So let me finish this. I know I keep interjecting here.
Maybe we're not right for each other. But respectfully, I'm going to just drop you off at home. Oh, no, he didn't.
Look at her face now. Cold busting, right? Just straight cold busting. Like, she didn't think it was going to turn out like this. She thought the outcome was going to be very different. But he was like, you know what? I think I'm going to take your ass home. I'm going to just say how I would have got down, because it would have been a lot different. Number one, if I show up on time for a date and you ain't on time, okay, I'm cool. I respect the fact that you got to get ready. You're trying to pretty up and you want to look good for me. I appreciate that, right? But if you're an hour late and not just an hour late, but you got me waiting outside in the car waiting for you, do you really think that I'm going to sit in that car and wait for you for a whole hour? I would have been gone. After 15 minutes, after 20 minutes tops. If she was super fun, I would have given her 20 minutes. After 20 minutes, I would have been gone. Just that simple. And I wouldn't have said nothing either. Because look, if you don't have enough common courtesy to invite me up or whatever while I'm waiting for you to get ready, then you're not the woman for me in the first place. But look, even if it was a great day, even if it was on my best possible day, and I'm feeling super good and everything's great, there's unicorns and rainbows and all that stuff, and I'm feeling great, and I just would have said, okay, you know what, let's just go on this date anyway. And yeah, and again, she didn't look terrible, she didn't look horrible, but did she look so great that she couldn't go to the Cheesecake Factory? I don't think so. But look, the moment, and I mean the very moment, she locked me out of my car and turned on TikTok, when you unlock my doors, you got to get the hell out. You got to get the hell out of my car, because now you done got me heated, just locking me out of my car, talking about what you ain't gonna do when it's your fault that we didn't even go on the date that we were supposed to go to in the first place. So no, you didn't got me heated. You got to get the hell out. And look, you ain't got to go home, but you got to get the hell up out of here. So that's how it would have went down for me. Leave your comments below. I'm curious what you guys think. And I think I'm a nice person. I think I'm pretty reasonable most of the time. But when you treat me like that, when you treat me in a way that shows me no respect for my time, for my efforts, my energy, you don't deserve to be with somebody like me. You would have had to get the hell out. You would have been hungry. You would have had to fix you a cheeseburger or a grilled cheese sandwich at home by the time you got home, because you would have had to Uber. I wouldn't even have took you home. I would have left you right there. Literally, I wouldn't have gone nowhere until you got the hell up out of my car. Period. You would have had to go. Period. And I would have never spoke to you again. It's just that simple. Because you just, again, in my mind, you just don't deserve to be with a good dude like me. So, that's simple. That's all I got to say about that. I'm curious to see what everybody else is saying. Interestingly enough, a lot of women are taking the dude's side, and I got mad respect for him. He was kind of a little bit of simp, but I got mad respect for him for being cool about it, not getting all heated and all that stuff, and saying, look, how about I just take you home? He played it good. He did it the way he was supposed to do it. Clearly, he was brought up right. So props to him. But anyway, yeah, I'm sure she was hungry, because she wouldn't have got no food she didn't get no food from him, and she sure as hell wouldn't have got none from me. All right, Richie Rich here. I'm out. Wait for the next video. It'll be out on Friday. Deuces, y'all.